Hello there, comrades. And I'm going to start doing a really bad Russian accent. But welcome to I don't know why I'm doing that really bad Russian accent. I'm going to go back to doing a normal voice. So welcome to well, this is the Soviet HQ here, but this is a map where I'm going to do a few of the smaller maps that I have that I can do real quick. After that, I'm going to do a tour of some of the newer maps that I'm working on as well, some of the bigger ones. But yeah, so let's get started. Also, a few updates, I guess, on the server. First off, I got this amazing mod that adds in the London head and the flag. It also adds an NKVD uniform, which I'll be also adding in. I have to change the hat up because the hat is very flat, and it looks like it was smushed down, which is not a good look for the NKVD. So here is the Soviet HQ. So you can see, this is one of the earlier maps I was working on. There's a lot of glitches with it. I was able to iron some of those out later on, but I mean, I'm not gonna re-upload this map, sadly. So here is the main HQ, Soviet HQ. You got radar tower. You got plenty of barracks. You got a big house for the officers. I'll get my car here. So here's the train tracks. I know, beautiful train tracks. Over there's an officer area. And I think also for the tank corps, maybe? I can't remember if I was going to give that to the tank corps. Here is a little farmhouse. I turned on the light. Here is the artillery position, Soviet artillery. This is one of my favorite locations on the entire map, to be honest, because you can get... Oh, whoops. Don't mind the smoke. You can look out here, and there is the main battlefield, which is really cool. We have all the artillery pieces. Yes, they're in the ground a little bit. I think that's fine, though. Personally. Here's some medic tents and a normal tent and a bunker. We have to go around back to get inside, I believe. Oh, sorry, someone just messaged me. So there's like I think I'm gonna use it as a meeting room or an officer room or something like that. Maybe just a place, a barracks. There's another area that I can use for that. Here's the main bunker area. So we'll head out. Here's the map on total. I'm sure you've already seen it. I don't have a GPS on me, I don't think, so I can't show you that. Here's the battlefield, which we'll be going to next. There's the medic camp, airfield. This is the officers area. There's obviously the outpost, the farm that we just went through. Here's the mine, which I will show eventually. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go loop around, go through the town, go down, and then show the rest of it. So, this map is the Battle of Minsk. This is like the first map I made for this server. It's not as good as some of the later ones, but I don't mind it. It's pretty good, I think, personally. It's a personal opinion. But I don't think it's too bad. It's no Battle of Leningrad. Leningrad's the best map I've made so far. Without a doubt. Maybe Danzig will beat it, because it's a larger map, and I think I have a few better locations on that one, too. But so here is the battleground. It is not too bad, I don't believe. It'll be really interesting to have engagements here. Germans will probably be on the offensive on that one. Here's a farm field with a crashed aircraft, and I might have not... Did I not bake this, or do I not have my grass on? Sorry, let me see. Not there. Graphics. Grass density. Let's put it at high. There we go. I know that one of the maps still doesn't have grass, and I forgot to add that in. There's the rail station and the end of the railway. There's a road, and here is this the German HQ. Yeah, it's German HQ. Using the Belgian barracks asset. Hospital is their main area. We go through, and I think I might have skipped an area, but here, here's their artillery position. This one isn't as nice. It has a little bit more barricades, which I don't mind. Oh boy. I think. Yeah, pack guns instead of the normal ones because I don't know what they would use for normal artillery, to be honest. I don't think I have it on the thing. So I'm actually going to skip the farm, but I will go up to the lumber camp, which surprisingly is not the tree area. Here's the lumber camp. I like this one too. It's a very good defensible position. And I'm adding in a barricade pack that should help as well. Here's another farm. And if we continue this way, we'll get to the town. Now, the town, I don't believe on this map will have civilians, but I'm not quite sure yet. They might. Or it might. So I haven't decided on that yet. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do that just because this one is more set up for a battle. It's kind of been ruined a little bit, so yeah. But yeah, crashed cars on the road, things like that. I won't give a full tour of this, but yeah, there's a few glitchy areas on the floor. But other than that, I mean, I kind of like this town. Like I said, it's not as good as Leningrad or anything like that, but you know, the police station I think is really cool, and some really good locations. And now we're gonna get into the famed location that everyone loves, or at least all of my friends love. I brought all my friends on this map, and this was the one location that they loved more than anything else. Oh, and here's the medic camp, Soviet medic camp. Which, do I have a German medic camp? I think I was going to use the artillery position as that, because I know that that's an outpost too. The Germans are have less on this map. I'll admit that. Here's the bog. This is the favorite position on the entire map, and I have to agree, it is a really cool location. That's why I put them on like all of my maps. But this is the bog. It's pretty cool. And here's the other farm, I believe. And I think that's basically everything on this map. So I'm going to go on to the next map, which is the Finnish map, which is one of the worst maps I've ever made. I'll admit that wholeheartedly. But yeah, so this map is focused on infantry and tank combat. We have a lot of open with the fields, with the bog, the Soviet medic camped up to the town. These are all really big open areas, and that's one of the things I tried to focus on. Oh, I forgot to go to the mine in the Soviet airfield. Sorry about that. They're not really anything crazy. This is an airport. This is a mine. It's a giant hill full of metal. Oh, we have a train that runs this. So yes, I didn't do the most in-depth tour of this map, but like I said, I'll give you basically an analysis of what I am hoping this map will be used for. It allows for effective use of artillery with the German with the 2 artillery positions on either side of defense of strategic locations. It allows for a lot of open combat here, tank combat as well. And overall, its main idea is to use infantry-focused combat to its fullest, also allowing for sabotage and things like that. So it allows for more unique styles of gameplay inside of non-urbanized locations. So less focus on fighting in the town, which I know is obviously going to be a very popular location, but less fighting in buildings and things like that, and more focus on field and forest combat. So that was my thinking of this. If you have any critiques, let me know. I'd be happy to make... I won't be happy to remake this, but it allows me to, if you critique my maps, then I can look at it and say, alright, this is what I need to change. So, I'm going to make a cut, and we're going to be on the next map. So, I'll be right back. Okay, and here we are on the second map. This is a Finnish map, or that's what the style I did it in. Obviously, we don't have a Finnish clothing, which is really too bad, but, we are going to just replace them with the Germans, and I might be able to figure out how to get something that would be similar to a Finnish outfit or something like that. But as of right now, this is kind of what we're stuck with. So we're going to start in Soviet Factory. We're going to go up to Soviet HQ, go to the Forward OB. Yes, there's a few typos. This is, like I said, one of the least well-made maps that I've made. This is one of the worst ones. I think the big issue is that it's very open, and in turn, it allows it to show all of its faults more. But I mean, it's not the worst map ever made. I'll tell you that. It's just not very good. This is the spawn room layer. Oh wait, it was going to be the spawn room, but I was having issues. Also, there's very few teleportation locations, which really sucks. That's one of the biggest issues that I have. The Soviet Factory, because that's the only one that you can teleport to. Here is the Soviet HQ. That's a medic tent. This one is a little bit bigger. It's a little spread out, more spread out too. Oh, excuse me. But they're all kind of in the same style. There's a train over there. Oh no, that's the one that blew up. Not blew up, but that's the one that wrecked. And yeah, I'm in the Pentagon uniform. I should have gotten the Soviet or the German liquor. We'll go over there later. Yeah, this is the half track. A little bit slower than the Gauss, I believe, but... Okay, here's the Forward HQ. I use this as just a nice little area so people can have a place to set up. It gives a good view. Let me show it. It gives you a good view of the surrounding area, especially across the ice. Which, yes, I know that the ice is very sharp, but you have to understand, while making maps, there's no way to make smooth, smooth rounded, or you can't, like, round the ice, so you have to kind of have that. I should have put a few, like, islands or something along to break it up, but, yeah. So, you can look out and see all those Finnish with their skis, snowing, or skiing around. I'm trying to think of what to say. But yeah, so it's got water all up through here, but this is all mostly frozen over. You can cross in a lot of locations, but one of the reasons that I have it broken up as I do, because you're like, oh, well, why don't you just make one big sheet? Thing is, I wanted it to have holes, so if you're driving a tank and you accidentally swerve off, you can basically sink your tank, which was kind of the goal. Also, with that, because they're so big and there's so many holes, you kind of have to follow certain routes, so it allows Soviets or Finnish, depending on who's attacking, who's defending, which probably the Soviets are going to attack more. It allows the Finnish to use the ice to their advantage and set up traps along there and things like that, though it does also kind of limit a little bit. Soviet artillery is over there. It's basically the same as the last map, so I'm not really going to show it off. I think that's a farm down there. And yes, I know that it's the middle of winter, it's farm. There isn't actually any grass on it, though, so that makes you happy. So, oh, come on, the train. But I think that this map, though it has a lot of faults, I think one of the bonuses that it does have is that this is focused more on stealth and the use of terrain to your advantage, as the Finnish did. So you have these really, like, compact and swerving roads and all that. Oh, I didn't think that there was actually that much of a raise. I thought it was, like, right on the ice. Because of that railway, I wanted to have the railway through there that you couldn't see the... snow, but apparently you can. Which, I mean, doesn't even make any sense because of the snow, so... here's a sunken cargo ship. I didn't really know what to do with it. I just threw it in because I thought it'd be kind of cool. That's apparently a weird bridge over there. Since plates didn't line up clearly. Crashed plane, which I should probably put in the water a little bit. This, like I said, this is one of the weaker ones. I can find all the faults on. Here's one of the bunker lines that the Finnish have, which I thought was really interesting. That's one of the only cool parts of this map, is that there is a lot of Finnish defensive lines, a lot of lodges along the way. This one is definitely not made to have civilians. So, I'll tell you that. I'll go with the FOB, which this one I think is actually a decent FOB. It's not using lodges or anything, it's just a setup of tents. Yeah, I kind of like this one a little bit. The house down here. No bog, sadly. Some snow in the tents, apparently, but I forgot to work out. There's some resources for the Finnish. The Soviets have some as well. I think near the mine. Or it's somewhere else. It might be here. Okay, no, it's not really that. Then we have the German FOB, volunteer FOB. And because originally I was going to have the Germans, like, I don't know, the Panzer Division, or Panzer Grenadier, or something like that, would be all from Germany, and then the rest of them would be from Finland. But, yeah, this one's kind of... Oh, no, I think it might just be the big one. Oh, no, it's not even something. But yeah, here's a little German FOB. Sorry, I'm really bad at driving. So yeah, I mean, overall, because all I have to show is the Finnish HQ. But overall, my statement on this map is that it was focused mostly, I wanted to have a winter atmosphere, but the issue with having winter maps is that it allows the player to feel a lot more empty, like there's a lot more emptiness. I think it can blizzard, hold on, weather... I'll have to see. I can't remember what the command is. But I think that you can have blizzards on this map, which would be really interesting. The only thing is that you'd be freezing all the time, but that actually adds a whole new level. But yeah, here's the Finnish HQ. I think it's pretty nice. I mean, with all the faults that this map has, the bigger issues that this map has is that it's a winter map, and inherently winter maps are going to feel a lot more empty and a lot more dead. I actually have two versions of the Leningrad map, which I'll be showing you next, which I'll have to do in the next part. That has, I made it into a winter version, and the winter version feels so much different than the normal one, and not in a good way. I think it actually is kind of worse. You know, it is really cool. I mean, if I had the blizzard here, I think this might be mildly interesting combat, but it's just because I don't have the blizzard that it can't rain, can it? Oh, is it weather storm? Weather storm. I don't remember, but yeah, I probably need to update a few of these maps and see and make sure it doesn't like rain or snow, or I want it to snow. So I think if it did snow, it would have the appeal of Yukon, but the issue is that it doesn't it feels a lot more. Oh, it can rain. Okay, that's really weird because it's probably not supposed to rain. I mean, it can, like, it does make a little bit sense, but I need to also have it snow. So I'll probably actually be re-uploading these. But yeah, so overall, this is one of the weaker maps because it's so much more open. I think if it had blizzards, it would be interesting combat, but because it is so vast, so white, and it's nothing but pine trees and rolling hills, it's very, very boring. So that's my final statement on this one. So next episode, I'm going to be showing off Leningrad, Winter, and then I think and the Battle of Berlin. Those are the stronger maps I've done, mostly because they're cities. You know, it's one of those things that I feel like city maps inherently have a more interesting design to them. They obviously, if they're not done well, they can be really boring, but I think that I've added enough to all those, to the cities, to make them interesting. Leningrad is a smaller city, Berlin is a massive city. So Leningrad focuses on the area around it. That actually makes it one of the better maps, is what is around the city, not inherently what is in the city. Berlin is just a very interesting city design. It has a lot of very unique areas inside the city. Sadly, I wasn't able to add Metro. That was one of the things I wanted to add with Leningrad and Berlin, but inherently more with Berlin. But yeah, so watch that next episode if you want to see more. And then after that, I'll show you off Danzig whenever that's done, and Midway whenever that's done, which are almost finished. I just need to add a few things. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy these maps. If you want to check them out, I might have a link in the description, but I might also forget. But this is the Battle of Suomussalmi, and the last one, the Battle of Minsk. And also, I hope you guys are enjoying the server. I know that it's not up quite yet, but don't worry, we are working on it like there's no tomorrow. But anyway, I'll see you guys on the battlefield, or in the next one, or wherever I'll see you next. Anyway, I'll see ya.